Hey guys, it's the start of week 11. I took a rest day yesterday and we had to start repairing the giant hole in our ceiling, which unfortunately is not a one-day fix between mudding and sanding. So I have to change some things up a bit the next day or two because my basement is all plastic off and I can't get down there. And I still want to work out. Well, luckily at the start of COVID-19, Jeff was awesome enough to put a home workout together on YouTube. And it's a pretty intense workout that requires very minimal equipment. So I looked over that video this morning, took some notes, and decided I'm going to just focus on the lower body moves because the upper body moves require a little bit of equipment, pull-up bar or a way to do inverted rows, and I'm not going to take the time to rig something up. So that's about it. So you're gonna see me doing the lower body moves from the home workout and just kind of tweaking it to make it work for me. Round one. Gonna go for a second round and be done. Final set. Let's burn it out. Hey guys, it's the official start to week 11. Yesterday was the day I did the lower exercises from Jeff's home workout that he put on YouTube, and I'm pretty stoked to be back downstairs in my home gym. So today is upper body super twos, and I did look over week 10's chest finishers because I didn't do those last week, so I'm gonna try and get those in at the end of my workout. We'll see how I'm feeling. And the morning, everybody. It is day 4 of week 11, which traditionally in the schedule means it's a burst training day, but Jeff has so graciously decided to give you the gift of an extra rest day this week, which he actually makes note to keep the intensity high. Rest and recovery is the way to go. That's exactly what he said in yesterday's video, which is quite coincidental considering just last week I was talking about my favorite book, Eat, Stop, Eat by Brad Pylon, and one of the things he emphasizes is how important rest and recovery is. So I will gladly be taking my extra rest day today. It's Tuesday in the schedule. I don't know what day it was. The other burst training this week was the crunches, punches, and jumps, but you'll see I changed it up. Instead of doing the punches, I did my row machine because I think it was month 1 when we did this very similar burst training, and standing around or jumping back and forth for 3 minutes just bored the crap out of me. So I went with his idea and tweaked it to work for me, which, by the way, those scissor V-ups, those take a lot of coordination that I obviously don't have. Let's see, I'm still this week including the finishers from week 10 because I really like those. So one of the things too, if you notice the chest finishers, it looks like I'm just laying there dead on the floor. It actually is part of the finishers. It's stretching out the chest muscles. In the video, he said it's to encourage the blood flow to those muscles before you finished with the last exercise. I guess the internet's dubbed it the cavalier shrug, but if you shrug forward instead of up, you can feel your pec muscles doing the work. Which is ironic because I started doing that very similar stretch before bed every night for like 5 minutes because Jeff said static stretching is best at night before you go to bed, and it actually has been helping tremendously with my tight shoulders and my neck and all those issues that I have. Then I also you saw doing a little bit of extra 3-way RDL practice yesterday's. When I was doing it, I have horrible balance as it is, but I was definitely feeling it in my lower back, so I knew something was not right. So I found a YouTube video, and you'll notice I have like 3 chip clips or something in my hand and no weights, where they just practice kind of hinging more at the hips, placing those 3 objects where they need to be, and then the next rep you go down and you pick the 3 objects up. And that seemed to help because at that time my hammies and my glutes were screaming. So it could have been that I was at the end of a extreme leg workout, but I was feeling it where I should have been feeling it. Finally, other than that, I'm enjoying my my morning cup of coffee, and as you can see, it is black. I have no cream, no sugar. The sugar I gave up a while back, and I want to say it was August or September. I turned 30. I know I turned 35 in August, but I think it was about September. I had decided I'd put weight back on again. I was back to just feeling like crap. But I decided this time I wanted it to be different because I've lost and gained the same like 30 or 40 pounds since I don't even know, like college years / high school. And I always did it the exact same way. I did it extreme. I went crazy, lost it pretty quickly, and then it just came back, and I was just after 10 years, 15 years, however long it's been, I'm done doing that same thing over and over because it's obviously not working. So I decided from my 35th to my 36th birthday, I was going to take the entire year to get into better shape. But this time I was going to do it with slow changes over the years, or over the year. And I told you previously, I've been practicing fasting for years now, since after my first child was born. But one of the things that I was really bad about is putting heavy cream in my coffee, which if you're keto, or they tell you it's kind of fine if you, even during fasting, if you put a little bit of cream in your coffee, depending on who you listen to. But unfortunately, my cream started, becoming more and more. My hand got a little heavier every day. So the beginning of April, in fact, I think the last day of March, I decided the next minute change I was going to focus on was going to black coffee. So all of April, my focus was stick with black coffee. Especially with this quarantine going on, I'm drinking some days 3 large cups of coffee. So I am happy to say, I think today is the 28th of April, so this makes it day 29. I have had no cream in my coffee, and it has not been too bad, actually. I think the trick probably has also been experimenting with different brands and different brews. Because this is Starbucks, like Verona, the dark roast. I enjoy it. It's just become my norm anymore. So tomorrow is the last workout of week 11. So it's my final total body, Super 2s. I'm going to do the tricep finishers, and then that will be it. Take my rest days, and the last and final challenge week of AX1. It's next week, and I'm pretty pumped. The 400 challenge will be the first workout, couple core workouts, little conditioning workout, and then the AX1 final exam. It's gonna be a real challenge, so I'll do my best. Hey guys, it is day 5 of week 11, so I'm wrapping up week 11 of AX1 today, but there's been a little surprise change of events. I actually just purchased the Core4 program this morning. I'm starting to think I have a little bit of a problem, but here's what led to it. Yesterday was a rest day, and I took my rest day, but it was gorgeous, so I took the big dog for a good stroll. Anytime I do that, or even when I'm walking my house and I walk for a half hour or so, my low back bugs, it hurts the rest of the day. In fact, it's still kind of sore this morning. I've changed shoes. I try to concentrate on, kind of holding my core in tight when I'm walking, but the more and more I thought about it, I'm like, I just think my core is just really weak, and that's, it causes low back issues for me. So I on the Facebook page, I was looking it over last night, because truth be told, I kind of cheat a little with the 6-pack shuffle. Like, I'll hit the shuffle button, and then I start looking through the exercises, and I'm like, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that either. And then I'm just, forget it, I ain't doing it. So I convinced myself that it would be a gift. It could be my Mother's Day gift. So this morning I kind of worked it in there. Hey, honey, you know, Mother's Day is in like a week and a half. And he just kind of stopped and looked at me, and I said, pause for a little bit. Let him, you know, let it sink in. And I was like, but you don't have to worry about it. I know what I want. I can just take care of my own Mother's Day. He's like, well, what do you want? So waited a little longer, and I was like, I want the core program from AX, Athlean-X. And he's like, okay, go for it. So I purchased it. I've already looked over day one, so I'm going to start including my my review of that program too, because I couldn't find anything on YouTube or even on the Athlean-X webpage. The preview or what you're kind of buying is, you don't get a lot of information. So I'm starting day one of the Core4 program today. So I'll let you know how that goes. And I guess that's about it so far. So today is going to kind of be a longer workout. Between today is the last Super 2's total body confusion workout. I'm also going to include the tricep finishers from week 10's YouTube videos, and then day one of Core4. That's the other thing I want to say about Core4. The reason I was so hesitant when I first found out about the Core4 program is because it cost about the same as one of his regular 12-week programs. I think it was like $85. And truth be told, $85 is kind of expensive in my opinion for what is more of an add-on program than a standalone program. But being that I know how weak my core is, I really want to do total beast, and to do heavy lifts like that, you have to have core strength. So I'll kind of let you know if I really think the money was worth it. All right, here we go. So that's it for week 11 of AX1. Now on to day one of Core4. Week 1 is called the activator phase. There's 4 zones he talks about, and I'll go into more detail next week after I've done it a little more. But adductors, we're concentrating on today. Just 3 moves, 3 sets of 6 reps. You'll have seen these, or I have seen these before in this program, but he changes it up slightly. And the one thing I'm really digging already about Core4 in comparison to the 6-pack shuffle or even maybe AX1 is the amount of detail he's giving and where you should feel it what should be working and what your entire body should basically be doing. So adductors are the concentration. So there's going to be crossing your legs in moves we've already seen and really squeezing the legs together as well as doing your core work. So day 1, core 4. All right, so that's it. Day 1, core 4, done. Week 11, AX1, done. I'll see you next week in the final challenge week of AX1 and give you a little bit more information on core 4. Bye.